This is Don Gibb, Ogre, Dr. Death, Jackson, and you're listening to Nerd Radio.
Welcome back. It's Nerd Radio on your social media at Nerd Radio 101. And you can find our podcast every week wherever you get your podcast. But most importantly, online at nerdradio.com. Is it nerdradio101.com?
Oh, my God. The man doesn't know the own URL for his own podcast.
Well, I haven't used it in a while.
What, you're too busy using the Beepod Studios?
Yeah, exactly.
The Amazon Music?
Plus, it's not his own.
I own it. You know what? I'm going to laugh one day when there's a big legal battle between the ownership of the domain Nerd Radio 101.
Right, exactly.
And when's the big fallout between Al and Chuck?
Chuck wants the ownership. I want to give the ownership away. We actually take it to court. Judge Judy is pissed.
She's like, wait a second. Wait a second. So he doesn't want it anymore, and you do. Why am I here?
For ratings, Judge Judy.
Yeah. One day I'm actually going to learn how to code, and then when you go to nerdradio101.com, you just hear a fart. And that's it.
That's our most downloaded show ever. It's the best one we ever did.
Dude, we got like 4 million downloads on the fart episode.
On the fart episode. We've been doing podcasting all wrong this entire time.
The fart heard around Nerdum.
Yeah.
Suddenly all the Beepod Studios networks are just different levels of fart.
Yeah. Have you heard the latest Fartcast?
Yeah. The new Talking Rock is a real wet one. Yeah. You better check it out.
It's a real wet one. I hear they're all real wet.
All right. Well, we've got a little bit more WrestleMania to get through for people that aren't into wrestling, and then I swear to God, there's other nerd stuff to talk about. But let's finish up our WrestleMania.
Yeah, I already talked. We talked a little bit about night number 2 at the start of the Fiend and Randy Orton.
Yeah,
kicked off the show, which I was blown away. Kicked off the show.
Yeah,
like that's how you get a captive audience.
Yeah,
with a match like that, because that to me is like you're going on right before like the title match.
Right.
But to kick things off with that match was pretty cool. I would need to be reminded of the card as well because I don't recall all the matches.
So Randy Orton defeated the Fiend in the first match, which it was everything I wanted, other than Randy Orton winning. But like it was creepy when he shed the burned Fiend stuff. Like that's what I've been hoping for weeks, that they would shed it like a snake.
Yeah, that's
cool
exactly how it
Fiend
did.
Stuff. And then we got the women's tag match where Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler beat Natalya and Tamina.
That's right.
Which,
It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't like, whoa.
Right.
But I like when they have tag teams that are like, we're a legitimate team.
Yes.
Instead of just finding randos that they put together.
The Riot Squad is cooler because they're a team.
Yes.
Than just Natalya and Tamina.
Yeah.
Or Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
Yeah. And even like Dolph Ziggler and
Robert
Roode now, they're like the Dirty Dogs or whatever. They're trying to come out as this is their entity instead of two regular singles that are just tagging together.
Yeah. After that, we got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Boy, oh boy, those guys put on a show.
That was a good match.
Yeah, those guys. It was really cool that. Once again, it's cool that those two guys who have fought each other for over a decade in every company got to do it on the grandest stage, on WrestleMania stage. And it was another one of those, like, everybody who came out to a live crowd had a goosebumps moment of like, oh, there's the adrenaline hit I haven't gotten in over a year. There's a live crowd out here and they're cheering and like, I'm about to perform in front of them. How cool. Like Randy Orton was even a little goofy.
Oh, you could tell he like sucked it in. And then, so the night before, the first night, there was a rain delay, which WWE WrestleMania was rain delayed. Like that's
first
wild.
ever.
Yeah. Really?
Yes, because they were in an outdoor arena, and the weather in Florida got pretty savage after the thing, and that was funny too to watch.
Mandy Rose falls. Mandy Rose
she
falls,
slipped on
and
the
then
ramp.
Randy Orton gave her crap. Like he made fun of her falling when he walked.
AJ almost slipped. He slipped.
Did
on
he?
the
I didn't
ramp.
see that. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't fall, but he was like, ooh,
little slick, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, we didn't even talk about the rain delay and how they had to scramble and just do promos backstage for half an hour.
Yeah, I was like, how do you, in the professional wrestling, how do you stretch when you don't know where the finish line is?
Yeah.
How can you stretch for that long?
Yeah, that was absolutely fascinating. But yeah, KO and Sami Zayn was cool. We got to see Logan Paul eat a stunner.
I missed it. I fell asleep. So Logan Paul got stunned.
Logan Paul eats
I didn't
a
see
stunner,
the ending,
which we all wanted.
Yes, get him out of here. I'm tired of you, Logan Paul. Sorry.
Sheamus and Matt Riddle was a brutal match. I was talking about Tommaso Ciampa and Walter a couple minutes ago.
That was another match that broke my heart.
Sheamus and Riddle. Yeah, you're still a Matt Riddle fan.
Yeah, I'm a Matt Riddle fan.
Yeah.
Even though they're turning him into like some weird Evil Knievel with the scooter backstage.
Yeah,
I like everybody's like the stoner bro dude.
He had the Evil Knievel gear at WrestleMania. But yeah, he ate that Sheamus boot in the face when he's going for the moonsault.
Yep.
Apollo Crews won against Big E. That was
another heartbreaker.
Yeah,
too.
I didn't want to see Apollo Crews necessarily win, but
no offense to Apollo Crews, I want to see Big E coming from New Day. I want to see him straight to the top.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you got to take a couple losses, to get to
maybe
that
it's
point.
like when Bobby Lashley lost the U.S. title to Riddle. Maybe they take the Intercontinental title off Big E so he can beat up Roman Reigns in the next month or two.
Yeah.
After that was when we got Asuka and Rhea Ripley, which was great.
I missed that match.
Absolutely enjoyed that.
I like Rhea Ripley. I think it's cool that she's got the title now. Rhea Ripley, if she ever wanted to beat the crap out of me, open invite. You're welcome to do that, Rhea Ripley.
And then the last match, Roman Reigns beat Edge and Daniel Bryan. That had some fun stuff in it. It
was a weird little ending to it.
Yeah, I think we all expected Edge to win. I think Daniel Bryan was like a little bit of the extra spices that, maybe he'll win, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I figured it's either going to be Edge or Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
It's not going to... Daniel Bryan, you're a part of it, but you're not going to walk away with the title.
Right. Yeah, they had that really cool spot where Edge and Daniel Bryan both had a submission hold on Roman Reigns, and they were yelling at each other like, you let go. No, you let go. Yeah. And that was really fun.
And Roman's like, I'm glad this isn't real.
Because this had hurt. It was. I don't know if my standards are lowered because once again, last year's WrestleMania was WrestleMania in name only, and we haven't gotten this in over a year. But it felt, there were good emotional high points, and it was a fun time.
I agree. I think it was okay. I don't really have much to complain about other than the outcomes of the matches that just broke my heart.
We got Hulk Hogan in a pirate outfit.
Oh yeah, brother, arr, brother.
And apparently they were really pumping in crowd noise for that thing because I saw on Twitter somebody had posted video from the arena, and every time Hulk Hogan would start talking, they would boo. And then every time Titus O'Neil would start talking, they would cheer.
But
funny. If you watch the feed, the crowd noise really ramped up during those segments.
That's funny.
So yeah, it was a fun WrestleMania, and looking forward to what the next year of wrestling is going to bring us leading to the next WrestleMania.
Because I'm waiting for a Becky Lynch return. There was a lot of rumors about that.
Yeah, there were. Yeah, she was teasing on Instagram that she might come back.
And it's like, is she going to come back this week?
I thought the Bayley segment might be the return of Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
But no, that's not what we got. SmackDown's on Friday, and I think when she comes back, it's going to be on
that's
SmackDown
what I couldn't remember either. Was she a SmackDown or was she
She
a
was
Raw?
She was on Raw. But I feel like
they put her on SmackDown because of Seth
SmackDown.
Rollins and the baby thing.
Seth's over there.
Life.
It's the show on Fox, so it's like when they started the show on Fox, like, well, we got to put Brock Lesnar over there because we need the star power.
More star power.
They gave us a bunch of money for this.
Gotcha. Do we know when the contract with SmackDown expires?
No, I'm not sure.
Because it is weird watching SmackDown on Fox and they talk about NBC properties.
Yeah.
Like when they talk about the
Peacock
app
strange.
and all that stuff, I'm like, oh man, I wonder if the
suits
Fox at
people.
Fox are just pooping their brains out every time. They're like,
find it on the Peacock app. Chris Jericho is on the next Stone Cold Stunner show.
Right.
Find it on your Peacock app. The Peacock app. The Peacock app. The app made by your competitors on Fox. The Peacock.
And they're like, plug Hulu, damn it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of streaming apps, let's head on over to Disney Plus, where we've already gotten about 4 weeks of the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and have yet to talk about it here on the thing. Al, have you checked out Falcon and Winter Soldier yet?
I am up to date with it.
Ooh,
excellent!
More up to date than I am.
What do you guys think of this one? This particular show in comparison to
let Al do some talking. Yeah, I've been talking up. So I'll let Al get some exercise in.
It's my.
Oh, that's what you got, huh? All right.
What's sad is I have the same feelings.
It's okay. I don't care. Honestly, nothing really has me. This really nasty Captain America is kind of intriguing on some level.
Yeah.
Because he's really bad at being Captain America. But I don't care about Bucky Barnes and Sam Wilson's.
No, you don't care about their buddy cop stuff that they're doing?
I don't. It already feels like we've talked about it before about how I get to this point where I feel like it's just too much.
Yeah.
And it's overwhelming for me, and then I bail. I already see that happening because I just don't think it's good enough. We don't need this much.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's not good enough.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I was more intrigued by WandaVision, which I'll find it interesting how James feels about this compared to WandaVision.
Right.
Because I know you weren't crazy about WandaVision.
No. But I can see why WandaVision would appeal to you just because of the weird oddballness that the show was.
What does that mean? Fuck you.
The weird oddballness of the show and the type of programs you watch on television. And
No, I know what you mean.
old-timey,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
some of the Dick Van Dyke stuff
Yeah.
and the references to old sitcoms that you watch, in the mornings when you eat your steel-cut oatmeal.
No, I completely know what you mean, and yeah, it does appeal. There's a side of me it appeals to more,
Sure.
because like it is funny. I feel like when WandaVision got more interesting for James, like when they started getting outside of her little barrier, whatever the hell you called it,
Right.
It was less interesting to me. Like I kind of liked the sitcom-y stuff where James is like, finally, we're outside of this crap, and it almost justifying it made it easier for him, more palatable for him. But again. The new show, not bad. I don't care. Like it's a thing that I put on because I am up to date, so I'm not overwhelmed. And it's like, it's an hour a week, and I definitely am distracted on my phone during it.
I do appreciate that, unlike Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we're getting characters that were actually in the movies.
Yes.
On a regular basis in a TV format.
Yes, instead of just Phil Coulson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, Falcon and Winter Soldier, like Al said, it's just okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bored by it. But what's keeping me watching? Like I'm an episode behind, so I'll probably get caught up this Friday when the new one comes out. I'll watch both of them. But I feel like I'm just waiting for a big surprise at the end of the whole season.
Right.
That's going to get you excited for whatever's coming next, whatever's coming in the next season, whatever's coming in the next Marvel Cinematic project.
There is this character called the Power Broker that like they haven't fully revealed who it is yet, and I feel like that's going to be that's kind of the mystery of this show is like which character is going to end up being this Power Broker person that's kind of that's in charge of the scientists that has figured out how to continue to make super soldiers.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. So a lot of this, I couldn't even tell you exactly 100% what happens in Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Right.
I know that's like one of the most beloved movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but to me, that was just an okay Captain America flick. I'm not that vested. So there's characters that are kind of showing up in the Falcon and Winter Soldier from that movie, and I don't know. Like I had to look up who that scientist guy was. I'm like,
oh, for sure.
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
And oh, that's right. That's that guy.
It has really hammered home for me the point that like the Captain America supporting cast in the comics is real weak.
Sure.
Like Battlestar is a character that it's the sidekick for who would be U.S. Agent John Walker, the new Captain America.
Okay.
And like he is a character from the comics, but like come on now. Or the fact that like the villain is Flag Smasher. Like they've done a great job of taking, much like in Winter Soldier, how they took Batroc the Leaper and like made him actually like, okay, this guy's kind of cool.
Yeah, he is a tumbler. Like he's just a
parkour dude.
Not even. Well, I'm trying to think.
He's just got super powerful legs, so he can like jump like the Hulk, kind of, but not as good.
Okay.
But then when you saw him in Captain America: Winter Soldier, he was just like he was kind of a parkour or capoeira fighter on the ship.
He would show up and do like a gymnastic floor routine, and then Captain America would knock him in the shield with his head, and then that'd be the end of the comic.
Like the scene in Indiana Jones where the guy's got the sword. And
yeah, pretty much.
Pow! Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
I got you.
But he was like a gymnast.
Okay.
Yeah,
Batroc. What was it?
Batroc the Leaper.
Yeah, the Leaper. One of the worst.
I also appreciate that they're taking the character of Baron Zemo and gray areaing him in the same way that they've done every villain, like Loki and all of them.
I found him slightly interesting.
Right, and I keep waiting for him to like turn on the rest of the group.
And what do you mean by gray areaing him?
Well, like when you first see him in the Civil War movie, like he killed the king of Wakanda and framed Bucky to make the Avengers fight each other. Like he's and he's got a reason.
So now he's
for
back
it.
in it, so you don't know if he's good or bad. So he's in a gray.
Yeah, like he's helping out Bucky and Falcon.
So you kind of don't know what his motives are. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy?
And the way he's explained
it must be more in that episode he hasn't seen yet. Where
I'm one episode behind.
Yeah,
he does last week. He does explain his motives to a point where you're like, that kind of makes sense. In the way that the first time you hear the Thanos argument, you're like, I guess I see it.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So, but the other shoe's going to drop at some point. And
that's
he's
what I'm waiting
go
for.
All bad.
Yeah, I'm waiting for like.
Do you know if this John Walker guy was in the comics at all?
He was U.S. Agent.
He was. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
When Captain America left and the U.S. government decided, well, we need a Captain America, and Steve Rogers was nomad for a while, they got another guy from the military called U.S. Agent. He was hard-nosed and by the book and did everything. So he's a little bit different than this John Walker guy. Amy hates it when we watch this because I feel like I can almost understand John Walker because no one has given him the benefit of the doubt. The first time he meets Falcon and Bucky, they're like, "You're not Steve."
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm not Steve, but somebody was going to take this job. And
Right.
I'm trying to do the best I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I wasn't sure. I'd never read anything that he was in.
Yeah.
But I do know Sam Wilson and Bucky have both held the shield at some point. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of interesting, too, because it's probably going to be Sam Wilson because he's more recently done it in the comics. But I don't know if he still is or not. I haven't read a Captain America.
Does he end up becoming Captain America in the comics?
Okay. Yes. And there has been a time where...
end up happening at the end of the...
Yeah, and Bucky Barnes has been Captain America, too.
Oh, okay.
There's a whole Death of Captain America story arc, and it led to a couple of years of him holding the shield. That was written by Ed Brubaker, who's a really good writer.
Yep.
So it was a really good time.
The
with
other thing that really
Bucky
bothers me, one of the last things that bothers me the most about Falcon and Winter Soldier is the Avengers have to apply for mortgages and sometimes get denied loans when they're out saving the world.
It makes you wonder.
And they'll take a selfie with you while they say no.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder why anybody who has ever been shoulder to shoulder with Tony Stark doesn't have his phone number and can't just call him.
Well, you know what's funny is there was, maybe you saw it because it was in Brian Michael Bendis, like New Avengers or something years ago. There was a story arc where the Avengers are going legit like a corporation. All the heroes are going to get paid. They're going to get paid checks and everything. And
sounds like The Boys.
Right, sort of. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, like they're passing out paychecks to everyone and they skip over Spider-Man and he's like, "What the hell? Like I'm an Avenger." He's like, they're like, well, you never gave us your social security number, so you're not going to get paid.
Yeah, we need your actual name and your social security
number. And so he
won't
reveal his secret identity, so he's the only Avenger not getting paid now.
That's funny.
But yeah, so like they're like, well, you got to pay taxes, so you're just not going to get paid.
Right.
Which
is funny because before that, when they recruit Spider-Man, when they finally put Spider-Man on the Avengers, when Captain America and Iron Man approach him about it, he's like, "Is there money?" Because I'm real poor.
Yeah.
And they're like, and he just hugs Iron Man. He's like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah. It was kind of cool, too. We're going on a total tangent, but Dan Slott did a story arc for Spider-Man where they're like, you know what? He's successful and rich for a while.
Yeah.
He owns a laboratory. Screw it.
Yeah,
Peter Parker is a CEO.
He's like a Bruce Wayne, huh?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, he was, for a little while, he was richer than Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Which was funny because they had kind of a dick measuring contest during one of the stories of like, "I'm richer than you are." "Well, right now you are, but you don't have cool Iron Man armor." "No, but I make this stuff here." Which was really funny. But speaking of Falcon and Winter Soldier, someone is teasing, Peter Scarita of the film podcast is teasing a big actor who hasn't been named in the series, who is an award-winning actor or actress, is going to be coming to these back half of these episodes.
Okay.
So some people are guessing maybe Chris Evans. Some people are guessing maybe a connection to the Daredevil show could be in the works.
Oh, man, here we go. Just like the WandaVision is going to bring the X-Men into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
This mystery person is going to unlock, who knows, Thanos' sex toy closet.
Oh, no.
You don't want to feel that gauntlet.
Yes.
No, you do not.
The fist of Thanos. It splits you in two instead of cutting the population in half.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Cut your bunghole in two.
Turns to dust.
Actually, that would be convenient. You could just turn your turns to dust. You're like,
that would be convenient.
All right.
That's about the last word I would have used to describe it. Convenient. Oh,
and then
dusty butthole.
Once this show is over in June, we're going to get 6 episodes of Loki, and they gave us a trailer for that a couple of weeks ago. Which
isn't Owen Wilson?
Owen Wilson is going to be in the Loki show. Loki is going to be, let's see, according to this, the premise is after stealing the Tesseract during Endgame, Loki is brought to the Time Variance Authority organization and is forced to fix several timelines he broke while traveling through time, altering human history.
Now, does this take place after Endgame?
Yes.
I thought the Tesseract had an Infinity Stone inside of it.
I thought it did too.
It does.
So I thought they busted it open to put it on the gauntlet.
Right, but remember they went back to the original Avengers movie to get the Tesseract and Loki.
Oh man, here's the multiverse coming to
either that or that you get
coming to give me the Thanos fist.
Or maybe in episode 6 he finally gets the thing open and it's empty. He's like, son of a bitch.
I would love it. That's how it ended. I'd be like, Disney, call me. I can really mess with the Avengers too.
Yeah,
I got some ideas.
Oh God, I was kind of looking forward to Loki, but
it's only 6 episodes in June.
I'm just
so
but it's like
off.
But again, it's like already there's another one coming.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch it.
No, I don't. But that means if I fall off the shows, that eventually I won't watch any of the movies. I won't be able to because I'm a completionist.
Think about how much free time you'd have on your hands
to watch more Godzilla movies.
I went back and tried again.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it. I couldn't get through Godzilla versus Kong. I watched about half of it.
I can't believe that. He made it through Kong, Skull Island. I made it through Godzilla.
Yep.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I just can't do it.
I don't know. And the funny thing is, I'm not going to actually say what the spoiler is or anything like that, but I had been watching it, and then, Whitney came home, and so I shut it off. And then I tried to watch it the next day, and I said, I can't. This is just, it sucks. It's a terrible movie. I'm out. But, we're sitting there, and then we've been watching Vikings.
Okay.
The History Channel show, which is great. And then, so we're, thinking we just got a 4K TV, and she was like, I can't tell the 4K on this. Or I was like, it's because this isn't 4K. And I pulled up King Kong and Godzilla to be like, this is in 4K. This is what it looks like. And so, I'm filling her in on the story to where I got. And I was like, obviously what's being set up is this and that's going to happen. And then, you know what? Let's get to a fight. We know they're going to fight. Let's just scroll ahead so you can see that in 4K, and we can shut this off. And then exactly what I said was going to happen is where we landed, and it was happening. I'm like, see, this movie sucks! I knew what was going to happen, and I'm not smart or clever or creative, and I figured this out.
You're a movie prophet, Al.
I am. Movie sucks. The fact that it was in 4K was the only thing that was good about it.
Well, on that note, we're going to take a break.
Yeah, Al needs to calm down.
Al can get his blood pressure down.
Get those meds.
We got a couple more things on.
You got a glycerin pill?
I got a couple more things on streaming that I've been talking about, and then I've got some video game news to talk about. There's a new way to play Pac-Man on your Nintendo Switch. I'll fill you guys in on my ongoing odyssey with my Rock Band 3 disc, and a new game that I've been playing on the computer that's really fun. It's all next on Nerd Radio.